Welcome back again, dear students of grade 7. How are you? I missed you and I loved you. Guys, today we will start with a new lesson. As I told you before, we will start with lesson 2, chapter 5. Yes, pairs of angles. And we will discuss these types of angles. Number 1, vertical angles. Number 2, complementary angles. And number 3, supplementary angles. Let me start with number 1. As you see, guys, here we have two angles. As you see, angle A and angle B, and then we have angle C and angle D. And before we start to talk about vertical angles, you know, any angle, yes, it has the common vertex, and we have ray 2 and ray 1. Angle B, we have ray 1 and ray 2. And again, what is for C and D, we have ray 1, ray 2, and for D, ray 1, ray 2, and the common vertex. So we can say that these are kinds of, of vertical angles. Yes, we have two lines, they are intersect, and we have angle A with angle B. As you see, they are acute and they are vertical. And if you look on angle C and angle D, they are obtuse and also they are vertical angles. So for vertical angles, it says that are determined by the intersection of the two lines. Yes, as you see, guys, we have this line, and this is the point of intersection. And again, for C and D, we have this line and the point of intersection. By this, we have two pairs of intersection. Yeah, the vertical lines A and B and C and D. So are determined by the intersection of two lines and the point dot. Yes, here we have this point and here we have this point. So the point dot is the point of intersection of these two lines, is the common vertex of these two angles. The common vertex is this one for angles A and B, and this common vertex for C and D. So vertical angles, things we have to know, they are not adjacent. Yes, excellent, guys. As you see, the vertical angles, they are not adjacent angles. It's say here, the vertical angles are not adjacent angles. You remember that. How are the adjacent angles? If you look on this, yes, guys, as you see, this is an example of adjacent angles. As you see, again, we have common vertex and common ray, and we have common vertex and common ray. We have angle 1 and angle 2. We have ray 1, ray 2. Then again, for angle 2, we have again ray 1 and ray 2. And again, if you go down, you have angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. Again, angle 1 is between ray 1 and ray 2, and the same for angle 2 and the same for angle 3. So this is the example of adjacent angles. So guys, after we talk about the vertical angles and we talked about the adjacent, and we say that these are the adjacent angles, but these are the vertical angles, let me go to number 2. As you see here, guys, we have complementary angles, and again, yes, we have a common ray between this angle, and this is ray 1 and this is ray 2 and the common vertex. And again, we have the common ray, and we have ray 2 and ray 1 and the common vertex. As you see, we have here two angles, 45 degrees, and here we have 25 with 65. What did you notice, guys? If you add these two angles, you will find, yes, the sum is equal 90. And again, if you add 25 with 65, yes, excellent, you will find their sum is equal to 90. So you have to know these things about the complementary angles. Number 1, they are adjacent. As you see, yes, we know from the common ray, these two angles, yes, they are adjacent. And again, here we know that from the common vertex and the common ray, and these two angles are what are adjacent angles. Number 2 is so important. How do you know that these two angles are complementary? From their sum equals 90. Yes, you are right, guys. As we said, if you will add 45 and 45, you will get 90. And the same for 25 and 65, you will get 90 degree. So here it says that for the two example we gave, 45 plus 45, 90, or 25 plus 65, you will get 90. From this, we know that this pair of two angles is what is complementary angles. And you can do the others. Maybe you will say, Mr. 20 and 70, again, we will get 90. Or 35 with 55 will get 90. And many others you can do them. I think supplementary angles is obvious for you. Again, guys, we have these two angles, 40 and 140, and the common ray, and again they are adjacent, and we have ray 1 and ray 2 and the common ray, and again here we have another two adjacent angles, 95 and 105, and again we have common vertex, ray 1, ray 2, and the common ray between these two angles. And again the same, you have to know these things about supplementary angles. The first one, they are adjacent angles. Yes, you are right. As you see, guys, they are adjacent. Yes, and they are adjacent, and the important thing, we know their sum equals 180. And the same as we show you, we have 95 and 105 equal to 180, 140 plus 4 equal to 180. Maybe you can do others. Maybe you will tell me, Mr. 150 and 65 equal 180, or 135 with 45, it will give you 180. All of these are supplementary angles. So guys, let us start and discuss this example number 1 on your book, page 188. And as you see, we have too many things. We have the letters T, N, M, R, S, L, and we have this angle. Yes, it is right angle. Its measure is 90 degrees. And we have here this angle and this angle, and they are acute angles. He is asking three things, letter A, B, C. A, name two vertical angles. B, name two complementary angles. And C, name two supplementary angles. So let me start. For A, he is asking name two vertical angles. As you remember, guys, don't forget that this is the shape of vertical angles. Maybe they will be, yes, acute, or maybe they will be obtuse. So here he said that we have the angle RMS, and let me focus on this angle RMS. Where it is, guys? Yes, you are right. RMS, its measure is 40, or you can call it SMR. Which one with this angle we can call them vertical? Of course, we can say this angle and this angle, as you see, because these are what? Yeah, they are adjacent, and they are what? Complementary. How? They are, yes, they are adjacent because we have the common ray MS, and we have ray 1 and ray 2, and for sure these two angles are adjacent and they are complementary. So where do you think, where is that angle with this angle RMS they can perform with together vertical angles? Yes, guys, this is the angle. Yes, either you will call it NMT or TMN, of course. So this one again is 40. So this angle and this angle, and as you see, they are what? They are, yes, they are acute angles. So RMS and this angle, they are what? They are vertical angles. Let me see, what did he say? Think with the angle RMS. We can say that, yes, they are vertical angles. From this figure, as we said, we have RN and ST. Yes, where are they? RN and ST, they are intersect at point M. Yes, so it's clear that NMT, this is it, as we say, NMT or TMN, they are what? They are vertical angles. So these two angles are what? Are vertical angles. Let me go to B. B, he wants, or he's asking, name two complementary angles, and we say we have to know they have to be adjacent and their sum equal to what? To 90. So it means their sum equals 90. Also, it's clear that from the figure that these two, yes, LMS and RMS, they are what? They are complementary, yes, angles. So as we say, guys, yes, we have to look at the complementary angles. So LMS and RMS, if you will add these two, yes, they are adjacent and their sum equal to 90. So LMS and RMS with together, their sum equal to 90. So they are what? They are adjacent and they are complementary. It is written here, yes, guys, yes. So it's clear that from the figure, LMS, the measure of LMS is 50 and the measure of RMS equal to 40. Let me continue. So the measure of LMS plus measure of RMS, so 50 plus 40 equal to 90. So these two angles are what? Are complementary angles, and they are what? And they are adjacent. Now the last one, C, name two supplementary angles. Guys, yes, we can do this in two ways. Yes, if you want to find two supplementary angles, we can do that in two ways, and you are free to choose any one you want. Let me go to way number one. He said, look on the angle RML. Yeah, guys, RML, as you see the big one, RML, and all of you, we can say that this angle is right, because now we said 40 plus 50, yes, it is what? It is 90. Excellent, guys. So RML is what? Is one of the angles that we can focus on it, yes. And he said, look on this angle RML. Now we said before a second, if you will add, it is a sum of RMS and LMS, and it is 90, and LMN, yes, the other one, LMN. So guys, now we gave him in way number one, yes, that RML is 90, and LMN or NML. So this angle and this angle, they are what? They are, yes, supplementary angles, and they are adjacent. Why? Because 90 plus 90 equal to 180, as you see here, guys. RML, the measure of RML plus the measure of LMN, so 90 plus 90 equal to 180. So these two angles, RML and LMN, are adjacent supplementary angles. Now we go to way number two. Now he's asking us, look on the angle NMS. Where is the NMS? NMS. Bravo, guys. NMS again is the, yes, we call it obtuse, is the big one. NMS, and actually it is this plus this. Yes, this is the first one, and the second one is RMS or SMR. Yes, these two angles, this one and this one, again we can call them supplementary what? Adjacent angles. So guys, NMS, as you go with me, NMS, and it is what? It is, yes, guys, it's obtuse because 90 plus 50, its measure is 140, and the small one, SMR or RMS. So this angle and the big one, if you will add them, you will get 180. So this is an example of supplementary angles. This is way number two. So we were here. So now what do we have? We have that, yes, we have that RML plus LMN, 90 plus 90 equal to 180. We finish from this, and we come to the second one, way number two. As we say, what can we say, guys? So NMS, the big one, NMS actually is this plus this. It means NML plus LMS. It is written here, guys. Yes, NML is 90. This one is 90, and 50 LMS. So this angle, its measure is 140. Because of this, we say it's obtuse. And the one that obvious, that the small one, RMS, as you see, RMS is 40. If you will add them, guys, yes, excellent. Measure of NMS plus measure of RMS, 140 plus 40. So you will get 180. Now, after we finish and we answer this example, it was example 1 on page 188. We answer him for 3 questions. Name 2 vertical angles, name 2 complementary angles, and name 2 supplementary angles. As you see here, it is written, we have 2 more things. They are important. Number 1, he said that any 2 adjacent supplementary angles form a straight line. And the straight line, you know, this angle, its measure will be 180. Let me go to this page. As you see, guys, here we have AMB and BMC. And again, these 2 angles are adjacent. We know that from the common ray MB and ray 1 MA and ray 2 MC. So here, guys, what do you notice? As we say here, we have, yes, adjacent supplementary angles because their sum is equal to 180. So here it says that these 2 angles, AMB and BMC, are adjacent supplementary angles, because if you will do this, measure of angle AMB plus measure of angle BMC, so 75 plus 105 equal to 180. So 180 actually, it is the measure of a straight angle. So he's right. If you go to number 1, it says that any 2 adjacent supplementary angles, actually they are forming what? A straight line, and a straight angle, its measure is equal to 180. So guys, because the sum of these two angles equals 180 is a straight angle, these two angles A and B and BMC form a straight angle. We call it AMC or CMA. Where is it, mister? Can you show us? Yes, of course, guys. I will show to you. Yes, guys. This angle with this angle, actually, they are forming a straight line. And this straight line actually is the what? Is the straight angle. Either you will call it CMA or AMC, and this angle, its measure equal to 180. Why? Because if you will add these two angles, you will get what? 180. So this is, it's written here. So guys, we said these two angles A and B and BMC form a straight angle. Either you will call it AMC or CMA, and this angle, its measure equal to 180. The second thing which is important, guys, as you see here, it is something, if we go up, it is the same of this. Yes, he goes again to the vertical angles. Either we say we have, yes, these two angles are acute, or we have these two angles are obtuse, the same. Yes, guys, as you see, here we have two lines, yes, LS and NR, and they are intersect at point M. Yes, guys, we have two pairs of vertical angles. You are great, guys. The first one is SMR and NML, and they are what? SMR and NML, they are acute, and the other one is NMS, this angle with LMR, and these two angles again, they are vertical, and they are what? They are what? They are obtuse angles. Now, according to this figure, look what he's written. We have the following angles: RMS and NML are vertical angles. Yes, R MS and NML, they are vertical. Number two, angles RML and NMS, RML and NMS, again they are vertical, but they are what? They are obtuse angle. So here, actually, look what he said. RMS and NML are actually, they are acute angles. We say that this one with this one, they are acute. And for RML and NMS, actually, they are obtuse angles. Excellent, guys. This angle with this angle, again, they are vertical, but they are acute angles. So, what we conclude from number one and number two, we have number three. It says that measure of RMS plus measure of NMS equal to 180. So again, these two angles are what? These two angles are adjacent supplementary angles. You are great, guys. So here, guys, we were, and it is something so important, guys. The acute one and the obtuse put together, they will give me what? 180. RMS is this one. RMS, the acute, and NMS. So if you will add this with this, actually, what you will get, yes, you will get 180. So again, RMS and NMS, actually, they are adjacent, and they are what? Adjacent supplementary angles. And we have number four, NML and RML. NML, again, this one, the small one with the big one, again, this with this, they will form adjacent supplementary angles. So we have, yes, we have RMS, this one, the acute with the obtuse, with together they will form, yes, we will form adjacent supplementary angles. And the other one, the other pair is NML, the acute with the obtuse, LMR, again, they are adjacent supplementary angles. Their sum equal to 180. So the last one, yes, as we finish from this now, he said to us, how we can prove that two vertical angles are congruent? We can say that, mister, how you can tell us that this one and this one are congruent, and this one and this one are congruent? I will show you to you, guys, from the figure. Here it says, measure of RMS and NMS, RMS and NMS. Now we say it, this one with this one will give me 180, and NML with NMS again, NML, and yes, and NMS the same. As you see, guys, here we have the same common angle, which means that this angle, the measure of RMS and NML, they are congruent. And actually, what are these two angles? Yes, RMS and NML. RMS, where is it? RMS and NML. Yes, again, RMS and NML. Actually, these two angles are congruent, and they are what? Vertical angles. So by this simple example, we prove that. How we can prove that any two vertical angles are congruent? Yes, and we prove all of this from here. Yes, and as you see, guys, yes, we have this angle is common between this one and this one, as you see, NMS and MS. And so from here we can say that RMS and NML, they are equal, and they are congruent, and they are what? Vertical angles. So guys, I'll repeat, guys, this part again. Maybe some of you will ask me, Mister, can you repeat for us how can we prove that any two vertical angles are congruent? Yes, Mister, how you can prove to me that this and this, I know that they are vertical. How you can prove to me that, yes, RMS and NML are congruent? Yes, let me start. Again, guys, from the figure we have RMS plus NMS equal to 180. Okay, RMS, and yes, again, RMS plus NMS acute with obtuse, yes, they will give me 180. And again, if you will take, yes, NML with the same angle, so that means this with this, and again this with this. So as you see, the angle NMS is repeated for twice. That means this angle is what? Is common. So again, the first thing was, Mr. RMS plus NMS, this one acute with this obtuse equal to 180. And again, Mr. this acute with this. So as you see, this angle repeated for 2 times. Again, LMN and NMS again is 180. So as you see, guys, for here we have the angle NMS is, yes, is common. So that means the angle measure of RMS and the measure of angle NML, it is written here, they are equal. So that means they are congruent. And by this we prove that this angle, yes, RMS and NML, this one and this one, they are vertical and they are congruent. Yes, guys, you are clever. So by this and these angles, as we say, they are vertical angles. To improve yourself, guys, for today's lesson, as we say, we are in lesson 2, chapter 5. Please do this one for me to improve yourself, guys. You will see on page 190 on your book. Do for me the questions from number 1 and number 2, from number 1 to number 12. And I thanks all of you to share with me this lesson. Again, welcome back again, my dear students, grade 7. I love you so much and I missed you. And for today we finish our lesson 2 and chapter 5. Inshallah, we will continue for coming videos. Bye my dears.